guess maybe that's the wrong show. Welcome back to the shop. It's been a while since I've actually shot a movie with a real camera, so I figured I'd give that a shot. Working on this Mustang still. Seems like it's a never-ending project, but whatever. Here we are. So, project for today. I don't want to spend a lot of time out here because it's cold as balls. Apparently, we have winter till April here in New York. But anyways, project is the lower radiator support. Team Z makes a nice, tubular one with the radiator brackets welded on already. Basically, it's just you put it on, cut your old one off, put it on, and weld it on. However, it's $180 for it. It's out of stock most places as of right now. And it doesn't have the provisions for mounting the condenser. So I would have had to modify it anyways, and I'm sure that there's a lot of R&D goes into it. Maybe that's why it's $180, but it's a 1-inch piece of pipe with two 90s on it. So anyways, long story short, I'm cheap and decided to make my own. And if I wasn't running air conditioning or something, then whatever. But I mean, I have to modify a $180 part. Might better just make my own, and because I'm getting old and soft in my old age and gotta have air conditioning. So anyways, I went to a local steel supply store, and they have a pretty freaking amazing fab shop. So had them twist me this guy. It's 1.25 inch schedule 40 pipe. I asked them if they could bend tubing. They told me they couldn't bend tubing, and then they realized that it was round and they called it pipe. I tried to correct the guy and say that it's pipe when you're running water or poop through it, but using it on a car, it's called tubing. But anyways, so they bent me this guy up, a couple 90s, 1.25 inch schedule 40 pipe, and I'm gonna cut this old bent up piece of shit core support off and put this one on. I have to put a couple pieces of flat stock on here eventually, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm just gonna cut this old one off and put this movie up on the YouTubes. So stand by. I'm gonna try my hand at a fancy time lapse, and we'll go from there. So that's that. Couple minutes with a grinder. Would have preferred to use a Sawzall, but my amazing organizational skills, it seemed to have misplaced all my Sawzall blades, so I couldn't use that. Just used the grinder. Tried to use the body saw, but I got other stuff to do than sit here for 6 months to cut it off with that. Then I bought this Ingersoll Rand cutoff tool that I got from Tractor Supply, and it's a good thing it was on clearance because I'm not overly impressed with it. But story for a different day. But I took some measurements, from the bumper back to where it's supposed to be, and from the top down, so I can get the height, pretty good. But we have to put some pieces on the top, so I have something to weld it to. But that's kind of what we'll have right there. This is not overly easy to hold this bar up here with an outstretched arm and film it with the other hand. But yeah, so that's basically what we'll have right there. And then I will cut some pieces of either 2 pieces of angle iron or piece of channel or some such to hold the radiator on there, and then I will cut a small piece of channel. And I bought a riv nut tool, and I'm just dying to use it, but I will take these off and just have to measure like from here you know, center to center or whatever, so I know how far I have to space it out, but probably end up taking a small piece of channel, you know, put it on like this, and then use the riv nut tool and a couple bolts, put those guys onto this, so then I can you know, keep myself cold in the summertime with the air conditioning. But we're making a little headway on it. I'm so sick and tired of sanding, and it's just begun. I still have to sand all up there, a couple spots down in there. The motor base, not terrible. I've got the roof pretty well sanded. Basically, I coated from here all the way back to here, and then from like here over, well, maybe not there, but kind of like from here over with glass, sanded it all off. That's all that we're left with. I still have a slight low spot right here. I'll probably use a little bit of the icing on that. This quarter I'm having a hell of a time with. I had it all glassed, sanded it, and then as you can see, your shiny spot here, here, and here were a wicked high spot, so I gave that a little tippy tap with a ball peen hammer, knocked that down. So I got to put another coat of glass on there, but it's too cold to do that, and I'm too cheap to buy coal to heat the place in April. So this spot right here is done. I rounded over the edge there, gave it a little chamfer, so it kind of matches the stock spot there. I have to put a little bit of icing right around the edges here, where the glass chipped, because I got really sloppy and had glass all the way down in here, so I had to chip it out just a little bit. Got a little bit to put right here. This is another high spot I dunked back with a hammer, but that right there, you know, a little bit glass there, and then I've got to get the epoxy primer sprayed on here and all up that rocker, all up here. So I have to take my fancy K-member out. Then I've got to get the cowl. The cowl was dented to high hell, and I bought one of those Harbor Freight stud guns. And other than the slide hammer kind of sucks, but the stud gun worked really good. I got this dent pulled out a lot better than it was, so I got to do a little glass work there. And then around to this side, same thing. Got to epoxy all this, epoxy down here. A little bit of work to do here, a little bit of work to do there. Other than that, this is really flat. It's just that edge right there is all jacked up. And I gotta put a little bit of the icing in here. I got a low spot here, and then it's chipped out right there. But other than that, that feels, I got a little bit of a low spot there too. The rest of it feels good. This is good. That panel right there came out awesome. And I ripped the rear end out of it because I made the mistake of posting the control arms and everything that I had for sale. And they sold really quickly. So I kind of still needed them, but I guess whatever. When I get ready to move the car, I'll throw the new stuff back in. But there's the cute little 8.8. Yeah, and then same thing over here. This came out really good. A little wave there maybe. But yeah, I basically had glass from here all the way up and there, and that is all that's left. And you can see if you look around here, the freaking 2 inches of dust that's on everything. So yeah, do body work in a well-ventilated area, and expect to ruin all your stuff and cover it all with dust. But anyways, there's a big fancy aluminum radiator. But anyways, that's where we're at. I don't feel like getting the bandsaw out. I bought a bandsaw. Anybody that does anything with metal, find yourself a freaking bandsaw because they're awesome. But anyways, I don't feel like getting that out tonight to cut the flat bar and everything that I need to finish the fancy tubular core sport there. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll make another one as I build that. If you don't have, you know, basic fabrication skills or don't have the desire to fabricate anything, you can just buy one and, you know, weld it on. It's probably the easier way to go, but I'm too cheap and too stupid to just do stuff like that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Be more updates in the future. Hit that subscribe, hit a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.